We're live. I'm late yet again. And the lens is dirty, even dirtier than ever. Let me wipe this thing off. In case you're watching this, in case you're watching it after the live feature, which looks like everyone is watching it right now. Yes, you. Aren't you glad I cleaned off the lens? I am. Needed to be cleaned off. This is going to hopefully, again, not be a long live. That's what I said last time, and it was long. It was anything but short. But I'm serious this time. I really mean it. I really mean it this time. Now that the stuff is mainly moved out of the way, I'm going to move the stuff out of the way that I have moved into the way, back out of the way, and it won't be as long this time. Oops. Oh, crap, almost fell. It won't take as long this time because I've already cleaned out most of the stuff. Yeah, just get Gizmo out here. Throw him up there for now. I need to find a place to put this besides on the floor. Kind of annoying. I'm gonna move that all the time though. I should probably put it on the CV750 like I said I would, huh?
Even if you don't know that, because you're using a website to develop a tool that knows exactly.
Probably put it on the bike that I said I'd put it on, huh? It's probably a good idea. I might even consider putting these tools back in the toolbox at some point, but I use them so often that there's almost no point in doing that. I don't use these two very often though. Got my cactus cooler here, of course. I'm fully cactus cooled and cactus quenched as per usual. Nope. What's going on, Maureen? A roof. I'm doing good, Maureen. How you doing, Maureen? I'm just getting the motorcycle pulled out of the garage real quick, Maureen, and then I will use the lathe for a little bit and get these spacers finished up, and then after that, Maureen, I will be welding them up on the scooter. Let me go ahead and pull this stuff out real quick. Make it a little bit more presentable for you, Maureen. Don't worry, Maureen. This is just, of course, Courtney, one of the co-hosts at Fang's Garage. She's had a little bit of work done on her eyebrows. She actually had them threaded. I don't know if you ever had that done, Maureen, but it's a very intricate process. It's very delicate. And actually, Maureen, along with Courtney, my roommate Tom here, got his mustache waxed. How does it look? How does my mustache look? This is another one of the co-hosts here at Fang's Garage, Maureen, in case you haven't been here in a while. And of course, we are joined, I'll put this over here. I'll throw Tom over here for a second. Of course, Gizmo is here, as always, rocking the mic. He's, of course, the DJ here at Fang's Garage. He's in charge of all the music. Defiance Regiment says, man, that's nice, brother. Thank you, Defiance. Bleep, Blorp, Blub, Blub says Gremlins. That's Bleep, Blorp, Blub, Blub. Gizmo is here to do a little dance for you. Bleep, Blorp, Blub, Blub. What kind of chopper is that, brother? It says Defiance Regiment. And Mr. Getdo 6.4 is laughing it up. What's going on, Mr. Getdo? This right here is a CV750 that I'll be working on. This one right here is a Ultima chopper. It's an Ultima 127, like an Evo chopper. And then there's a assortment of other motorcycles and such outside, which I'm going to pull one of them over here. It's just a scooter that I've been working on. This little GY6 scooter. This is the little Mad Max scooter that has been being worked on here at Fang's Garage for the last handful of live episodes. In case you guys are new here, this is a little, basically a Vespa scooter that I've converted, or starting to convert it into a little Mad Max scooter. And what I'm working on right now is making some little bungs for the seat pan. Let me turn it around so you can see what I'm doing here. I can actually move Courtney and Gizmo out of the way real quick.
All you need is malware bytes, built by experts and designed to help me and my not so perfect. Malware bytes.
Skip this ad.
Need simple.
Defiant says, hell yeah, man. I'm looking to get me another bike here soon. My last bike was a Honda Shadow 650. Nice, man. You had the, are you talking about the VLX Defiance? I had a couple of the Honda Shadow 750s, the Ace edition. I got hit by a car on all three of them. But those were cool bikes. I like those bikes. My buddy had a VLX. He rode that thing all over the place. He made it into a pretty cool little chopper. Here are the brake lights. Hopefully they'll work. Nice. Here are the brake lights that I have hooked up for this. And it's got this little jerry can toolbox thing. Right now, what I'm trying to get done is make a couple of bungs. This thing right here, little toolbox. Trying to make a couple of bungs for this back section on the seat pan right here. What's going on? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but what's going on? Defiance, nice. That Cody guy says, what's up? What's going on, that Cody guy? Me and that Cody guy go way back. We actually used to work up in the coal mines up in eastern Nebraska, and we'd be down there in the coal mines just blasting music, just eating Slim Jims, and I'd be like, Cody, what's your favorite Slurpee flavor? And he'd be like, it's when I mix the Coke with the cherry. I'd be like, you talking about a cherry Coke Slurpee? He'd be like, yep. And yeah, we really bonded over the cherry Coke Slurpees. We'd drink them all the time down the coal mines, me and Cody. It was a long time ago, but we would just be sitting down there sharing Doritos, laughing it up, watching videos, just watching cat videos, just cracking up. I mean, Cody was there whenever I got the promotion. I started working in the office, and he said, what happened to you, man? He said, we used to be down there eating the Doritos, and check out these A-fingers, guys. Nice. I'm actually plotting on using these pretty soon. He said, what's going on with you, man? We used to chill and eat Doritos and hang out. I said, you know what? Somebody's got to file the paperwork, Cody. Somebody's got to make the Excel spreadsheets. All right, Cody? And we kind of grew apart for some years, but we got back in touch. Once the Transformers movie started coming out, me and Cody, we'd go see the Transformers movies, we'd get the popcorn, we'd have Reese's Pieces, we were right back to it like nothing happened. Yep. Me and Cody, Code K, what we used to call them back in the day. I'm gonna move this motorcycle out of here, and hopefully not. I think it should be fine. I need to get a I need to make a longer kickstand for it. I was gonna say I need to get a longer one, but I don't think they would make one that is this specific size, obviously. Just gotta grab those pieces of wood real quick. Yeah, I definitely don't know what kind of kickstand would work on this. But, I mean, it would work like this, but if I were to encounter just a little uneven surface, it would kind of probably fall over. But yeah, I need to basically finish making the gas tank for this, make the oil tank. I got the oil tank fittings that I can weld on there. I'm kind of considering remaking the oil tank and making it out of some thicker metal because it seems kind of thin to me now. So I'm still kind of deciding on that. But yeah, once this scooter is done, then I'll start working on this bike. Just making sure it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Let's see. I thought I was going to do this yesterday, and I was like, I'll get it done in the daytime, and I did not. Did not do anything in the daytime. Let me see if I can just okay, just grabbed all three of those at once. I don't know why I did that. That took twice as long. Let me grab some more drill bits real quick, and then we'll get to drilling on the lathe. Alright, I'm just gonna grab like every drill bit that should be close, and should be good.
Everyone knows Google's Lathe changed the game when it came to character and object consistency and multi-image scene generation.
Alright. If the audio is messed up at all, guys, let me know. Because sometimes people are like, I can't hear you with the music so loud and whatnot. So if there are any audio issues, let me know. Z88 says, don't be feeding that thing. I won't feed him. I promise. I'll try not to. He might be trying to sneak food. I'm not sure. Sometimes Gizmo likes to just sneak and eat Otter Pops at night. It's his favorite thing to eat. And definitely don't get it wet. I'll try not to. Zaz. But unfortunately, Gizmo is thirsty. You liked it. Cactus cooler. When you get them wet, they turn into gremlins and change out of being Mogwai. It says Ziggy Lane. Exactly, Ziggy. Ziggy knows what's up. I like that spike on the bike. Thanks to that Cody guy. You talking about the spike? Oh, spike gremlin. I thought you were talking about this big old metal spike on this motorcycle. I'll show you. What's that? Let me have something to eat. We got any like Keebler cookies? Sorry guys, he just likes to interrupt from time to time and hang out while working on the bikes. My childhood nightmare, says Amy. What's going on, Amy? Your childhood nightmare come true. The worst aisle at Toys R Us. What is happening? Alright guys, gotta get my safety goggles real quick. Amy, it is far from a nightmare, more like a dream come true. And by dream, I mean like a fever dream. One of those dreams that you have when you have a fever and you've had the soup and you've had the nap and you're under the blankets and you're cold, but you're hot and you don't know what is going on, Amy. And then you start to forget what is going on. You said, did I take the Dayquil? Did I take the NyQuil? When did I take it? What time is it? What day is it? You wake up from your nap and you're sweating, and it's not a nightmare, Amy. It's just Fang's Garage. Make sure you wear your safety equipment and keep it safe, guys. We want to make sure safety is first priority, guys. Do not neglect the safety. Make sure you're wearing your safety goggles. Get them from Lens Crafters. They're custom made for me because I do have a condition, guys, and I'm trying to get it kind of remedied. I do like to wear my regular mask so that people do not get alarmed. So please just bear with me. I know it is a fake looking mask, and I know it is not a realistic looking face, but I am trying to look as normal as I can and not show off my eye. The makeup does hide it very well. But make sure you wear your safety goggles over your eyes. A fever dream, exactly. I just got here, and this Cyclops sidesteps on screen. It says Malkavian American 3025. Exactly. Yes, he stepped in for just a second. You're crazy, bro, with the mask. That's funny, Ziggy. This is actually a mask. That is actually my real face. I just don't like to show it on camera too much because it's so startling. Nothing after 9 or 10. Stripe was his name. What's going on, Milo? Milo? Is it Milo or Milo? You tell me, Milo or Milo? All right, I'm gonna get with the drill and start to drill in. Not exactly a drill, but I'm hoping that I don't have a piece of metal inside my actual eyeball. All right, I'll go with it, Milo. I mean Milo. Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna get this lathe going real quick with Gizmo's help. Definitely feel something inside of one of my eyes now. The Cyclopean Council has spoken, and I truly am going to be the last known Cyclops on planet Earth, at least in this dimension. Let me just get Gizmo over here to help. This might be loud, guys, so let me actually change out this drill bit to a smaller one and try and do it the semi-correct way, not fully correct way. Can't do that. I gotta just at least halfway do it halfway. At least a quarter effort. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly try and get these bungs made and not spend an insane amount of time on them. That's what I like to do.
One thought leads to more thoughts.
I guess I could try this one.
Taking shape. When you need your tools, bring them in. They just click. Okay, kick it up a notch.
All right, enough with the commercial. Enough with the commercial. Come on. Floki's Angels is here. What's going on, Floki's Angels? How are you doing, guys? I'm doing good. Just back at it, making some bungs, keeping busy. Gizmo had a little bit of the cactus cooler, and Cody is apparently winning trophies. Oh, Cody is racking up the trophies left and right, guys. Cody is, of course, the trophy master, and me and Cody, we used to actually collect trophies back in the day when we'd be in video game championships. We'd be playing Streets of Rage nonstop, 100-hour tournaments, guys, and we'd be sipping on fighting jellyfish water. It's really good, along with some Surge. Cody actually has a stockpile of Orbits drinks at his house, guys. Go over there occasionally and hang out and just grab some Orbits and sit back and relax and just sip on those Orbit drinks. Exactly, Eagle Powers. The 80s rocked. Eagle Powers knows what's up. And me and Eagle Powers, we go way back, all the way back to the 80s, guys. I'm going to be using the lathe and trying not to get my beard stuck in it as best I can. If you're wearing headphones or something, I don't know if it'll be that loud, but yeah, Gizmo is wearing tiny little earplugs right now. They're just a little bit hard to see, but it is completely normal. He does like to occasionally nibble on these little metal shards, but he's on a strict Atkins diet right now, so he's not allowed. I've consulted the Lady of the Lathe, of course, cousin of Lady of the Lake. Lady of the Lathe has spoken, and the lathe is now activated. Guys, she has worked her magic. I don't like it. I don't approve of it, but we're gonna try it. Let's do it. Let's turn. Okay, what's going on here? We're doing it. We're doing good as well. Just going through some things on our channel and deciding whether or not to go live again tonight. Went live at 6 tonight. We're going to keep that a regular time, 6 p.m. All right, guys, tune in to Floki's Angels for some cat content. And who knows, maybe they're going to do something else. I'm going to check out the channel after I go live, guys. I've scraped these elbows. Me too, Eagle Powers. I love scraping elbows. Me and Eagle Powers actually used to be in a freaking elbow scraping competition, guys. It was just to see who had the roughest elbows, see who had the most abrasion power. Of course, Eagle Powers always won. Let's see. Gizmo is a little stinkier sometimes. Atkins diet, so anyone with the last name Atkins he tries to eat, or is that Stripe? It says Floki's Angels. Exactly. Floki's Angels. He actually ate a 8-year-old child a couple of years ago. His name was Greg Atkins. It was down in Tampa Bay, and it was all over the news, guys. That's why he probably looks so familiar. He's been on a lot of wanted posters. But yeah, that's actually part of the Atkins diet that he's been on, so I'm glad that you understood. I love your horror stuff. I'm a horror fan too. Thank you, that Cody guy. Just to give you a little quick shop tour, that Cody guy got an assortment of motorcycle toys and stuff right here. But yeah, most of the horror stuff is over here. This is probably one of my favorite items that I have, this rat pink. But yeah, I got mostly some taxidermy stuff, piranhas, things like that. Wet specimens. If you're into wet specimens, there's a wet specimen. Just some bones, there's a motorcycle toad, a couple of musical toads, got an alligator, and then, yeah, I got the boxing alligator. He's ready to fight, guys. you better watch out. He is gonna freaking take the title this year. He's ready. And so is the baby. Just to give you a quick shop tour, Cody. Exactly, Floki's Angels. He's all geared up. He's ready to brawl. King K. Rool is shaking in his freaking boots. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a closer angle for you guys so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And maybe get a little bit closer an eye on Gizmo. And you can see his little belly that's starting to form since he started drinking Jamba Juice all the time. Eagle Power says you build the best ramps though. You know what, Eagle Powers, me and Eagle Powers, we used to build a lot of ramps back in the day. We would just be out there with just hammer and nail and screw and everything, and almost took that out. I don't know why. Wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about the ramps that me and Eagle Powers were making, and I just thought, you know what? I actually thought about this a couple of years ago, Eagle Powers. I thought we weren't actually making ramps. We were building ramps, Eagle Powers. We were actually just building friendships. I really think that's what we were building, Eagle Powers, and that's really what it's about, guys. That is why I have the lady right here in the jar. She is here to observe and build friendships, guys. And if you do want to become her friend, she is available for a friendship at any time. And she is also a big proponent of the edible toothpaste product that we are coming out with, guys. Of course, we were talking about the salmon or tuna flavored edible toothpaste. That is, of course, the toothpaste that you don't have to spit out. Just brush your teeth with it and simply swallow it. It's sort of like the, I guess it'd be like the Zen of the toothpaste world if you really think about it. And yeah, that's our new $1 million idea, guys. We're going to Shark Tank next week. It doesn't sound good. That sounds horrible. Let me try a different bit, because that sounds like booty. Elbow love instead of the fist bumping, elbow rubbing. That's how I got mine. Anyways, we know him all too well now. That's right, Floki's Angels. They do. Floki's Angels. They look like little tiny. They have little gremlin ears. I actually noticed that. I said, is that a little gremlin running around, or is it just Floki or Angel, or what's going on here? Do they have access to living gremlins suddenly, or? Let's see. Just double check this tap size. Okay, so I think that if I were to continue drilling it out that size, it would be perfect. So I'm going to just attempt to find the right drill bit. What about the fish in the green water? Floki's Angels, if you're talking about the fighting jellyfish, they are in there right now. They are actually behind a little curtain that they put up. I don't know what's going on, but they're having a little moment in there. I don't know if they're maybe fighting or if they're maybe having a discussion or something, but I'm gonna leave them alone. They were kind of shushing me away when I went over there. Tried to take a sip earlier. Let me find the right drill bit. Did Gizmo drink all the radioactive fish's water, or is he still sticking to the peach Mountain Dew? Gizmo is drinking some of the peach Mountain Dew. Recently, he's been drinking a lot of yerba mate. I said, what's going on, Gizmo? He said he's trying to get healthier for the new year. I said, how does that help if you're having Apple Jacks with yerba mate? It doesn't really seem like it's going to be a good combination. It doesn't seem healthy. But he said that that's what his doctor recommended. So I'll listen to him for now and see if anything changes. But his diapers have been kind of a handful, if you want to put it that way. They've been a handful, to say the least. So hopefully that'll improve a little bit both these angels.
For small business owners.
It sounds loose or something. Exactly. Yes, I have to put those snacks away. I gotta put the Gizmo was snacking on some mini wheats earlier. I had to take them away from him. I said, you know you can't be eating mini wheats right now, dude. But you know, he doesn't want to listen. Alright, put a little cutting wheel on here. See if I can maybe make this drill bit work. Nice. Well, it's only about 1,000% easier with a sharpened drill bit, huh? Alright. Now I can try and see. I think that might be good enough for the tap. Tap out. Yes, exactly. It is because he's small. He cannot eat the regular size shredded wheats. Glow Snow 88 says, hi, what's going on, Glow Snow? We are glowing, we are snowing, and we are showing the goods. We're not showing all the goods yet, but we are working on the GY6 scooter on a little bung for it, Glow Snow. I prefer Scooby Snacks myself, says Amy. I like that, Amy. Oh, yes, exactly. Your ex is here, F6. She is here. She is waiting for you, and she wants her freaking sweater back. You better freaking give it back, all right? F6, she's tired of it. Thank you, Shadow Band. Oh, glad to see you're back, Shadow Band. We are not shadow banding the lathe tonight. We are having it out for full display. And I am going to see if this little M6 by 1.0 tap is going to work with this chuck. It likes to spin around and it doesn't like to hold it very well. So I'm going to try it and see if it'll hold it. I'll try my best to get it to tighten on there with all my strength. I'll use every ounce of strength that I have left, including some that I can absorb from Gizmo via superpower. I can absorb, of course, powers like Rogue from X-Men. Essentially, I don't think I'll ever be able to get this off. Thanks, Gizmo. I appreciate all the little power boosts that you gave me. But yeah, F6, she wants her freaking sweater back. Blonde Chick is my current. Oh, exactly. Oh, okay, F6. I'm sorry about that, F6. Well, F6. Where's my sweater? I'm coming over tonight. Take me back. I guess she wants you to take her back. I don't know. I'm not sure how you guys actually ended things, F6. I guess it was not on good terms. Alright. Let's see if I can get this this thing started. Put an insane amount of oil on there. I don't have the right kind of tap because it's like not a through hole, so but I'll try it. I think it should still be fine. Just trying to evacuate the chips out. I'm hoping I didn't cut it too big. If I did, this will become the bottom. This will instantly become the bottom of the bung, and I will have to just drill the other side. Trying to make sure that when it bottoms out, it doesn't just stop, or that I can stop it in time is what I mean. I don't want it to like go backwards and mess up the threads. I think it bottomed out right there. I'm gonna try that and see. Hoping it worked. It would have been 10 times easier to just make like a tab and weld a nut on there.
Change the way you record.
Probably save a lot of time.
And branded
I didn't just do that.
#1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time.
Let's see.
Try
Let me get a nut,
and start elevating your
I mean a bolt, and see if that works. M6 by 1.0 bolts. Let me get a smaller one. Be easier to mess with it and tighten it up. And let me grab a 10 mil. All right. Let me make sure that it's good before I show you up close, in case I messed it up. That way you can't critique it. You can just trust me when I say I messed it up. Can't, you know what I mean? That way if I did totally mess it up, I'd be like, well, yep, time to drill it out, and you can't see it. Sorry, it's disappeared. Oh, I already got rid of it. Oops, welded it up. I didn't see the thing. You like that Cody? You like that Code Master? All right, seems like it worked. I'm going to show you guys now that I'm a little more bold about my decision to do it this way. Yeah, this little bolt came to the market. This bolt went home. This little bolt went to the lathe and said, "This thing is crooked." Sorry about that, guys. Don't look at my hand. Look at this. Look at the top of my hand, how dry it is. It looks like this is actually the elephant skin taxidermy that I've collected. Just kidding. It's just my dried up hand. But yeah, it seems like it is good. It's bolting in there as it should, or threading in there as it should. You know what I'm trying to say. It's bolting in. All right. Nice. Okay. Back to it. I'll put you guys up on the eagle eye perspective, just so that Tom here can get a good look at ya. Of course, Fang's Garage is sponsored by yogurt water, guys. Yogurt water it's just the yogurt, or it's just the water from the top. That is their slogan. I told them they got to work on it. Basically, guys, it's just the water off the top of the yogurt. When you open up a fresh yogurt and you peel that wrapper off, or that lid off of there, and you got the water on top of your yogurt. Basically, what yogurtwater.com does is they collect that water and they make it into a drink. It is apparently very nutritious and delicious. I personally love it. That's what I am obliged to say by contract. But yeah, check out yogurtwater.com/Fang's Garage. You'll save 50% off when you spend $10,000 or more. I know it seems like a lot, but the individual bottles are $100 a piece because of the labor-intensive process of collecting that yogurt water. It is actually a very valuable resource, guys. But yeah, yogurtwater.com, guys. It's just the water from the top. Alright, so this bung is pretty much bunged and dunged. If you guys are keeping track on your Fang's Garage bingo cards, bung number 1 is done. Bung number 1 is done. That's actually the new hit single for Gizmo's latest album he's putting out. It's called Bung Number 1 is Done. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a fun island soundtrack. I mean, it's got an island sound to it, so that's what he decided on. We've been working on this album for about 6 years, guys. And he's been working really hard on it. I mean, I don't blame him. He's got a great singing voice. He does really well at karaoke. I mean, he just is naturally a star. I mean, as you guys can clearly tell. Natural born entertainer is what they say. But yeah, Gizmo did get a job at Applebee's, guys. Going to be a server at Applebee's tomorrow night. He's starting. It's going to be down in Houston, guys. Go check him out. Applebee's, downtown Houston. He's going to be serving up appetizers. He's going to be serving up the sizzling fajita plates. He's going to be serving up the $5 foot-long appetizer with the meatball subs, and he's going to be freaking dishing out all the delicious desserts, and you guys are going to be amazed by his speed of service. I mean, he runs to the table. You don't need to ask him for a refill. He's already got it. Why are you guys insisting on asking him for a water when you get there? You know he's going to bring one to your table anyways. With a lemon. Don't forget the lemon. No, he didn't forget. Straws? Of course, he already gave them to you. Well, look down. There's already straws there, guys. When Gizmo's your waiter, you don't need to ask for straws or napkins. There's already there. You just didn't see it. Because you're so trained to be like getting subpar customer service. That's all I'm trying to say. He's a great server, guys. Leave him a good tip. He is a little Applebee boy, and he actually has to wear a little Applebee bib all the time. Not a bib, a little apron. But he likes it. It matches. I'll try not to, Master Link. I'll try not to get either of them wet. But Gizmo actually was trying to get in a little water balloon fight earlier today with one of the neighbor kids. I said, don't do that. Do not get him wet. Please. Let me use the lathe again real quick. Get a little center hole drilled. And try and center myself. And see if I can get really lock in and get something done for once. Instead of blabbering the whole time. We're getting it done. Just trying to take my time and do it right that first time. Instead of being like, oops, I'll just make another bung. Okay, something's going on here. I'm trying to swap this out and not just push it and destroy something. Me and Gizmo had a little eating contest today. Who could eat the most baby carrots? I actually ate 18 pounds of uncooked baby carrots. Gizmo topped out at 4 baby carrots total. I really wanted to make sure that I was going to beat him, so I continued to eat them long after he stopped. But it was an easy win for me, guys. Yeah, I do feel really sick though, but my vision has never been better. I can see right through this metal table right here, right down onto the floor. I have the best vision imaginable. That's what eating carrots does for you guys. Look it up. I learned that on the Magic School Bus, I believe. Miss Frizzle was going into somebody's eyeball, and I said, I want to go. They took the Magic School Bus into somebody's optic nerve. You know, it's really bizarre. Something funny to point out. The waterworks was the best. Thank you, Amy. Something funny that I was actually talking about on the live the other day. I said something about when I had worked. I was relaying an old story about when I worked on the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and how I had this giant lawnmower out in my front yard, and I actually was on the Guinness Book of World Records for having the biggest lawnmower ever from the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. When I got that thing on auction, and funny enough, I went out and got a microscope for my daughter, and lo and behold, we found an ant, and we put it on there, and she somehow managed to line that microscope up because it was really hard. I could not figure out how to find the ant. You'd think it'd be easier than it is, but it was not. And it was just so weird. It was like I was back on the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, looking at that gigantic ant prop and thinking, I can't wait for that gigantic ant prop to be out in my front yard, and I will be known as Ant-Man. And yeah, I will finally become the insect overlord. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. That thing, they bid it up to $800. I didn't have enough money at the time. I was invested in Kick cereal. 212 swap. Poop URL. Guys, check out poopurl.com. Probably don't check it out, actually. Don't look at that, poopurl.com. That might be some crazy website. Don't look at it. But what's going on poopurl.com? I mean, poopurl.com. Poopurl.com used to be plumbers together, guys. We used to actually plumb in Louisiana. A lot of really backed up plumbing down there, guys, right? Especially around Mardi Gras. So keep the flushable wipes out of the toilet, guys. They're not flushable. Yeah, I need to do a 212cc swap on this thing, though. It'd be a lot faster. Funny story, when Fang found Gizmo, he was in an old box of motorcycle parts, and when Fang opened the box, Gizmo said, close the box, you're letting the stink out. It's right, Lizard King. Gizmo likes to give himself a little Dutch oven sometimes. Kind of strange, and based on his mainly, at the moment, bean burrito diet, it's a little bit rough, guys. He's a little bit, it's a little bit potent. I'm not gonna lie. Let me get to drilling on this. Exactly 18 pounds, that Cody. Exactly. 18 pounds of carrots is a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot of baby carrots, but it is a lot of baby carrots. Most people say they could easily eat 18 pounds, Cody, but I don't. Me personally, I can only usually in one seating eat 8 or 10 pounds of baby carrots. Exactly, Floki's Angels. What did you feed them anyways? Did you let them, or did they let you take one of the giant cookies to feed it for a while? Exactly, Floki's Angels. I'll do the backhand lathe method, where I'm not even looking at the lathe, auto feed with my left hand. They let me have some of the cookies to take home, some of the gigantic cookies. They let me have, there's some gigantic shoes I got to take home for a little bit. They let me take those home and check them out, kind of look over how they made the shoelaces and everything. It was a really complex process, guys. When they were making the shoelaces for the shoes on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, it was a 40-man team to make these shoelaces. Each shoelace was, it was about this wide, and they had the, if you can imagine the eyelets on the shoe when they were threading it through, I mean, they were a stickler for detail in that movie, guys. But yeah, I got to take a lot of the props home, and more props to the production team for making all that happen. I mean, it was a lot of work, guys.
Malware bites can catch what others miss, so you can spend less time worrying and more time doing this.
Thank you, Malware Bites.
Malware bites. Powerful digital protection that's always by your side.
Let's see, how about, let me try this. 1 second, guys. How's that? Perfect. As long as I go down like this, then you guys can see everything. As long as I'm down here, then you guys can see perfectly. Let me check. I can look through the screen. As long as I operate the lathe like this, I can still talk to you guys and look at the camera and operate the machinery. As long as no metal pieces fly through this little window right here that's completely open in my face, I'll put this here just in case. I can sit here and talk and explain what I'm doing, which is I'm just drilling a hole in this piece of metal so then I can put this tap through it, and the tap is basically gonna make threads in the piece of metal. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can put a bolt in it and bolt a piece of metal to this little bar that I have here. So it's essentially like I'm making a nut inside of this piece of metal. And the reason I need to do it that way is so I can bolt it down flush. And because I insist on doing things harder than they need to be. Just making things way harder, way more difficult than it actually has to be. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'll stand back here so that Gizmo can show off his furry little body. Let's see. Gizmo only eats the finest Pepperidge Farm cookies. Exactly. Gizmo loves Pepperidge Farms. What's going on? Puspa 1431. Puspa. Me and Puspa actually were out at the mall the other day getting some Pepperidge Farm cookies for Gizmo. Funny enough, since you mentioned it. Yeah, Gizmo loves Pepperidge Farm, guys. I mean, it's his favorite kind of cookie. He'll bite you if you try and get between him and his Pepperidge Farms. He likes a little, I think he likes the, I think it was a combo one, I think it was called, that he was going on and on about the other day. Again, I will try and stay out of the way of the camera. I realize that when I'm standing in certain places, that I'm completely blocking it, so I'll try and not block the view of Courtney, Gizmo, and Tom here. There we go. Maybe Courtney could just hang out right there underneath. Keep an eye from the bottom side. From down below. Courtney's down below. Hanging out down under. She's hanging out down under. Courtney was actually born and found in a kangaroo's patch, funny enough. And that was, again, down in Tampa. They're not sure where the kangaroo came from. But Courtney did have a little dog tag around her neck. And it said Courtney on it. That's it. It said, please take care of her. And she found in a little kangaroo sack, weirdly enough. It makes sense, though, once you start looking into her. Has Gizmo tried pasta? Yes, that Cody guy. Gizmo loves pasta. Gizmo especially loves bow tie pasta. And funny enough, that Cody guy, he was eating a little bit of a bow tie pasta with pesto earlier. He loves it. And whenever we take him to the Olive Garden, they say when. He never says when, Cody. Is that surprising? I don't think so. He just lets him keep going and going and going with that freaking Parmesan. He never makes him stop. We have to actually manually stop him and say, come on, Gizmo, that's enough. Again, with the breadsticks, too. He always has too many breadsticks. All right, do a little more drilling, a little more skilling. This one's drilling pretty easy. I really should put some oil on there so I don't dull my drill bit, but you know. Oops. What the heck? The knob just flew off there.
Ties it all together.
Gizmo once hucked a Chips Ahoy cookie at a neighbor who didn't know his cookie preference. That's how Gizmo got his first assault charge. That's right, Lizard K. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, Gizmo did get his first assault charge. That was not his first charge. His first charge was actually for vandalism. He was caught spray painting down behind the McDonald's. That was, of course, when he was living in North Dakota. And, yeah, he was just a little troubled child. Make sure this thing is going. Let me get a little sip of cactus cooler while I'm over here. Yeah, he is known to throw cookies, though. I'm glad that you brought that up, Lizard King. I mean, he's known to be violent from time to time when it does come to getting between him and his snacks. But it's like any other dog, guys. I mean, if you know Gizmo and you know he is a trained Mogwai, he is, of course, adopted officially to the Fang's Garage cryptid and zoological mythical being veterinary clinic. But I mean, he is a well-behaved Mogwai for the most part, unless of course you get between him and his snacks, unless of course you're trying to change his diaper, unless of course you look at him the wrong way, unless of course you forget to go get the newspaper in the morning and he's trying to look at the comics, unless of course you wake him up too early, unless of course you forget to freaking put powdered sugar on his French toast. There's lots of things that'll piss him off, but besides that, he's a good Mogwai. The wrong drill bit in there. I think once this is drilled out, it'll be good to go and done. Let's see, where'd that last drill bit go? Was it this one? No, it was this one. Okay, let me get this drilled out real quick. Lizard King says, and he's got a cannon for an arm. The Yankees were showing interest before the arrest. Exactly, Lizard King. Gizmo had a lot of potential before the arrest, before his first arrest, his second arrest, and ultimately before he did a lot of time behind bars. But of course, that was ultimately he was acquitted. Yeah, things were really looking up. I mean, he had a lot of potential. Oops. Maybe you guys didn't know, actually, before Gizmo was arrested, he was about to become regional manager of the Joanne Crafts. And that was, of course, in Memphis. And after that, the CEO of Joanne said, you know what, Gizmo, I don't know if we can do this. This isn't looking good. I mean, first you got fired from the Shell gas station because you were caught sleeping in the employee restroom and stealing the Reese's Fast Break bars. And now we come to find out that you are just freaking getting arrested because you were hucking Chips Ahoy again, and you were caught freaking ding-dong ditching with a flaming bag of mogwai poop on your neighbor's door that you claimed took your newspaper. His name is Robert, and I think it's Robert Smith. And you were caught taking his newspaper. And I don't know if we can do this, Gizmo. I mean, you've got quite the arm. You can freaking throw like no one else. It's essentially the Happy Gilmore story of baseball, but with a mogwai and a woman named Courtney that is supposedly your talent agent, which I don't know if that's actually, is that real or what's going on with her? But you know what? After this, I think we just got to reconsider, Gizmo. I'm sorry. And that's what happened. Alright, this seems to be working. Exactly. Amy says Master Splinter was his PO. Exactly. Master Splinter was out there making sure that he was keeping his ankle monitor on. He was always trying to dunk it in the water and replicate himself into another mogwai that didn't have an ankle monitor on. And they said that doesn't work because basically when Gizmo would try that and he would replicate himself, the replicant would just have an ankle monitor on as well, and another dot would appear on his PO's little GPS tracking screen. So Master Splinter was much smarter than that. He knew what Gizmo was trying to do. He knew that Gizmo was trying to cheat and constantly get out of his obligations, but of course that is why Master Splinter is the perfect PO, and it was clear that he kept the Ninja Turtles in check easily. So, makes sense why he'd be such a good PO. Thank you for bringing that up, Amy. I'm glad that you remembered that. I would have, of course, forgotten again. Alright. I think that's pretty much it for the tap. I'll try and back that out. Back that tap up. back that tap up. If you guys have never tried a root beer float with cactus cooler instead of root beer, it's pretty good. It is definitely Gizmo proof. I'm doing this manually so I don't screw it up. Although I would like to screw a bolt into here. I don't want to literally screw it up, because I am known to screw things up when I'm not trying to bolt things into them. It's just part of the process, guys. It is part of the art. I think it was Nate last night that said, it is art. It takes time. Somebody said, this is taking forever. Somebody throw this guy in a time machine because he's taking forever. Because I'm trying, dude. I can only do so much. I'm only freaking 6 humans combined into one. I can only do 6 times the regular amount of work, alright? I can only have 6 different conversations in my head at once to decide what to do. And they're all ridiculous ideas. Orange whip, orange whip. You know what? Lizard King says he misses John Candy. You know what? I agree, Lizard. Let me see if I can grab a ratcheting mechanism for this. Make it a little bit faster.
It feels good to save some coin. It feels.
There we go. Got the ratcheting 10. Not only do I have a 10, but I have a ratcheting 10. I have not misplaced this 10, as it is one of my favorite 10s to use. Of course, the ratcheting wrench is what I'm using. I asked for this. My dad said, what do you want for Christmas? I think it was about 3 years ago. I said, I want a set of ratcheting wrenches. He said, okay. And I use them all the freaking time. Anytime I can. They come in handy so often. If you guys have the opportunity to get yourself some, what I would consider to be a little bit of a bougie tool, comparatively to a regular wrench, ratcheting wrenches can help you out in a pinch. If you're literally pinching your hands to get something out of a tight little spot like a bolt, it'll definitely help. And there has been a couple of times with projects where I'm like, if I did not have this, I would have been spending like 3 times the amount of time doing this, trying to get this little bolt out. But as you can see, this is clearly working exactly the way it should. Success yet again. You can take this thing out and show you. So the little spacer is threaded. I'm just waiting for my monitor to catch up so I can make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. So yeah, that's the purpose of using the tap. Now what I can do is clean up the frame, or clean up these bungs a little bit, sand them down a little, and weld them on the frame, or yeah, something like that. Let me move the camera. Bro, it's so fancy. You got a ratchet pinky up. You know what? I didn't even think about that. Lizard King. I feel like a fraud. I'm a fraud. And I know it. I don't know the proper etiquette. Alright. Let's get this thing turned on. Sorry guys. Getting the camera all situated. Okay. Let me get the crew over here. The corn dog, Courtney. Of course, the class clown, actually. Gizmo. The bully. The bookworm. He's a bookworm, guys. He mainly reads Popular Mechanics, but he calls them books. He watches a lot of This Old House, weirdly enough. Loves home remodeling. Really into tile work. I mean, he loves just doing grout, laying down some tile. I mean, he's good at it. But I mean, he really gets into those projects. He watches how they do all the stuff. And he's really learning, guys. You know what? I actually forgot. I need to throw these spacers in the lathe real quick. And that'll make it 100% easier to clean up with a little bit of sandpaper. You know, I'll actually just resurface these real quick. Let me put you guys on a high up position. And I'm gonna use this lathe one more time. It'll make everything way easier for me. Put you up in the ceiling. Hold on tight. All right. Give me a second here, guys. Let me throw these spacers into the lathe and grab a little bit of sandpaper, and I will just easily be able to clean it up. I'm just going to leave it the same diameter. Let me grab a little cactus cool real quick. I'll just grab a whole bottle. That'll be easier. Gizmo probably wants a sip too, huh? Gizmo probably wants a sip of the cactus cooler. One of my favorite drinks of Fang's Garage, cactus cooler, along with Surge. It's good. Oh, he loves it. He actually loves it. What's going on? Big Big's here. Big is one of the biggest fans of Fang's Garage, according to secondhand knowledge. What's going on, X-Cal? X-Cal, you're back. And we're back live again at Fang's Garage, looking for items such as sandpaper. I don't need to look, I know where it is. All right, got it. Easy enough. This is going to be some easy peasy lemon squeezy right here. I'm just going to frickin' hold on to the sandpaper, clean up the surface on this. Yes. So here is the bung after it's been hit in the lathe with some sandpaper. Kind of hard to see, but I'll show you whenever I'm done with the other one. Give me one more second here. Just get a little more personal with the lathe. Up close and personal with the lady of the lathe. She's got a cookbook out, guys. Check it out. It's called You Can Cook Too with the Lady of the Lathe. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It's also sold at Kmart. Up next to the register. It's a seasonal item, but they still have it year round. Okay. Let me unplug this. Okay. What are you doing today? It says Big Big. Tonight, Big Big, I am working on the Ultima, or no, I'm working on the, GY6 scooter. So I'm making these bungs. I just drilled them out, threaded them, and then I just cleaned off the bottom with the lathe, get some sandpaper, and same thing on this one, just cleaned it up, getting ready to weld it onto this part right here, onto the seat pan area. So let me just get this all set up. Let's see, put it on right here. All right. So, looks like a 97 exclusive with the fade on the cactus. Exactly. You knew it, Lizard King. That is actually a really old bottle of the Cactus Cooler. We've been drinking it since 97, and we've been just filling it with water. Every time we take a couple of sips, we just throw a little water in there, a little Sunny Delight, and it keeps the orange color in there. It keeps the spirit alive of the cactus, though. Take a tribute sip for our fallen Mogwai soldiers out there in the battlefield. Let me grab a rag and do a little more sanding on the frame just to double check, make sure it's all nice and clean. Don't want to take any chances. At least with the Ultima out of the way, it'll be easy to pull the welder out. So I want to try and get it fairly close to the corner. Obviously I want to keep these bungs as far out here as I can to evenly distribute the load so that it's not like this piece all unsupported. So I'm going to try and just go kind of as far out on the corner as I can, like this. I can go around here on the side, but let's see, that might be the best way actually. Right there on the corner, like that. And then this one, we go out like this. Oops. Maybe I can something like that. Something like that. To hold it up. That way you can sit on it and it won't bend or anything. Underneath here, I think I'm going to mount the regulators. I'm going to put maybe a tail light right here. And this, I'm not sure. I might modify this or do something with it. I'm not sure yet. I might make this into some sort of, I don't know. No idea. I'm going to let the bike speak for itself. For now, I will speak for the welder and say we need to get some acetone and wipe things down and get it all cleaned up. Then we can get things lined up and welded. Don't feed the Furby after midnight. I will try not to feed the Furby or my Tamagotchi after midnight. That is actually a common thing that people overlook with Tamagotchis. You're not actually supposed to feed Tamagotchis after midnight as well. This is not a very well-known fact, guys. I mean, it is because of their digestion. All right, let's get the welder out. Get the welder out, get the acetone, and I'll try and change my tone as well. Oh, gosh. 1 second, guys. Let me just move this out of the way.
Enjoy the latest releases. Get crunchy Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and more. Find your favorite movies and TV on YouTube.
Oh. Cool. All right, let me hook you guys up on the welder. Put you on the welder cam. I'll clamp you on here. All right, welder vision. I've been working on this camera point of view, the welder cam, for about 7 years, preparing for this moment to turn my welder into a mobile camera holder. It's been a long time coming, guys. I've been planning for this for a long time, and time has finally come to see if it's going to work. Let's see if I can maneuver this welder through the garage. Have to move a couple of things, obviously. Maneuver a little bit. Negotiate with the garage, see if it'll comply. See if I can get it to agree with me that this is a good idea and that it needs to be done. And that it'll help everybody if I just get it over with and rip it off like a Band-Aid. And usually the garage will agree. Okay, getting there, getting close. Thank you, Big Big. I just subscribed to your channel. You need to organize. I agree, Big Big. I'm trying really hard. I'm really trying hard to organize. It is, believe it or not, Big Big, it is somewhat organized. It is just very cluttered. There's like an enormous amount of things in here, Big Big, and I'm trying my best to keep it all in order and keep it under control. Sometimes the garage likes to get out of control and get a little wild from time to time, which is understandable. It's a wild situation in here. But I'm trying, Big Big. Believe me, I am. All right. Got it. Thank you, Jim. Lizard King says if he organizes it, how will he find anything? That is true, Lizard King. Yeah, every time I organize it, I'm like, wait a minute. Where did my motorcycles go? I have to go on this crazy search to try and find them. Oops. Tripod down. All right, we're making it through, guys. It is definitely working. The welder vision cam is working perfectly as I thought it would, except I did forget to put on the night vision goggles like I thought I would when I initially thought of this. I thought I'd be definitely wearing my night vision goggles and I'd be doing this all at night with the laser beams going and everything. But you know, I don't have the lasers on. I probably shouldn't be wearing my night vision goggles. But thanks for the subscription, Jim. There we go. We're making it happen. These are actually my uncle's. Left them over here. But I shouldn't break them. My Uncle Steve, the inventor of Craft Easy Mac. All right. We got it. It is officially moved over here. Let me get this set up a little bit. I like Jimbo better. That Lizard King has chosen Jimbo as the nickname. Jim. Lizard King and Jimbo are becoming best friends, guys. All right, get this ground cable hooked up, just like so. Easy enough. Right in the center. Let's see, let me get a power source plugged in. I have the power! I actually saw the commercial, or the trailer for that today. The He-Man movie. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I didn't watch that show as a child, so. But it did look sick. I'm sure I'd like to watch it now. I essentially just watched This Old House non-stop every day, all day. What's going on, Lisa? Lisa's back, guys. Lisa Z7J40. Jim says you are in the middle of nowhere. Exactly, Jim. I'm out in the middle of the Death Valley right now. I'm at the Death Valley location of Fang's garage. It's 124 degrees right now, and it is 3 a.m. It's really hot out here. I ran out of water, and basically I only have the cinnamon Pop-Tarts right now, so no liquids besides the cactus cooler. But yeah, I just ran out of water. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun night. I'll be out chasing around scorpions, trying to milk them and obtain any kind of liquids I can get from them. I don't care what liquid it is. Have you guys ever chased scorpions around at night barefoot, blindfolded? It's really fun. You usually, if you do it while screaming, it'll kind of startle these scorpions out of their dens, and you can find them pretty quickly if you're barefoot. It's really not hard to find them while you're barefoot. This tungsten doesn't look the best. This does not, simply just does not look the best. I have a better looking one right here, I think. Let me just throw this one on. Instead, I need to, of course, sharpen my tungstens again. I don't know how that's even possible. I just sharpened them. I spent I did a 7-hour live stream sharpening my tungstens, and then they're already all dipped in there. Yes, Lizard King is right. Sometimes I do go live from the Arctic Tundra location. That is, it was of course filmed real close to the hit show Life Below Zero. Me and Gizmo actually have an audition for Survivor coming up this next month. So hopefully we'll be getting on the Survivor show, season 44. It's going to be great. Boston Rob is going to be there. It's going to be crazy, guys. I mean, backstabbing, you know, the immunity idol. It's all still there, guys. Gizmo is actually crafting a makeshift counterfeit immunity idol to bring with him. And he's going to sneak it onto the show. And he's going to say, I have the immunity idol. Bow down before me, Gizmo, or I will. Trust me, I will vote you out. That's actually what Gizmo's voice sounds like, guys. He told me that the other night. He thought I was sleeping. He whispered in my ear. He said, I will vote you out. Young Qual. First time I haven't seen your creepy doll from Young Qual. Well, Young Qual, he may have spoke too soon. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the creepy doll is here. She has been waiting for you. She has been waiting for you, Young. And so has Gizmo. Gizmo's been patiently waiting for you to show up as well. We're glad you're here. We were just preparing things. Alright, guys. Let me get some acetone going. And skip this ad real quick. Alright. Let's see. I did get this, by the way, guys. I dug this out. For those. That's for the 40-inch A-painters. I'm gonna have to modify those risers. In order to make them work, I'll have to modify them a little bit. That's okay. Get this all cleaned up. Clean up these bungs a little bit. I'm running pretty well on this acetone. Instead of this one, I have another can somewhere. All right. Not really as much as I'd like. Let me find that other bottle. I want to make sure I don't. I want to make sure this isn't dirty. Not as dirty as I am when it comes to my hand. When it comes to my hand skin. I mean, the top of my hands are pretty freaking grotesque. It's okay. I like it. Where's that other little thing of acetone? Come on. Find it. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. Dang. Let's see. If you watch the feed on the TV, then watch him. It's like he is living in the future. Exactly, Lizard King. I'm trying to live in the future. I know that our brains are delayed by just a fraction of a second, but I am trying to catch up as best I can. No promises. Fangs, where you live must be Mexico or something warm. It's in the single digits here. Alan, I'm actually living up in the, right now I'm filming from the Death Valley location. It's 124 degrees, Alan, and it's, I mean, I'm sweating. I have the air conditioner on full blast right now. It is pumping cold air directly out of the garage, out into the atmosphere, and just trying to cool things down. I mean, it's the only way I can really work here is to wait until nighttime and then freaking just suffer through it. I mean, it's all you can really do out here in Death Valley. Just kidding, Alan. California. California. It is semi-cold. Not nearly as cold as you guys, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm able to have my bald head fully exposed. And Courtney's not wearing her sweater. Although I think she should. She's probably gonna get sick. Remove these things for the third time. Let me maybe move them so I don't have to keep moving them. Over here. More out of the way. Let's see. The scooter you're working on right now is rad, to say the least. Fang, so glad and grateful that I basically started tuning in right as you started this build. Thank you, Floki's Angels, for the kind words again. Guys, if you want to check out any cat content, go check out Floki's Angels. They're always playing with their cats and doing cool stuff. Let's see. Jim asked, can you please play some rock music? Chat, I know where this is. Looks a lot warmer than here. Exactly. It is a lot warmer than where you're at, Alan. He grabbed Gizmo's bath towel by mistake. Yes, that is Gizmo's bath towel. I actually used his oven mitt as a rag the other day. Got very upset about it. This is better than rock music. It's like 80s retro techno rock. We love 80s synthwave. That's right. Floki's Angels. Love some synthwave here. Road King, what's going on, Road King? How you doing, buddy? Put a welding helmet on the camera. Jim, why you got a coat on then? Jonathan, when you weld. That's what I was thinking, Jim. I think I need to put one on there. I'll try and see what happens. Why do I have a coat on? It's still cold. It's still chilly, Jonathan. I still want to be comfy. You know I gotta be comfy, Jonathan. You know I like to be comfy. I'm just trying to be a snug bug, huh, Jonathan?
Everyone knows Google's Nano Banana. It changed.
You know me, I like to
and object consistency and multi-image
keep it cozy,
making it perfect for composite storytelling and brand videos. But did you know that you can make Nano Banana videos by...
All right, let me get these magnets on here. Jim, that's what somebody told me. My phone is already extremely jacked up, Jim. It's a Galaxy S10. I think it's pretty old, but the battery only lasts like 3 hours on the whole thing, so it's pretty messed up already, and the lenses are already really messed up. It already gets all out of focus and all this stuff. I should have, I think that actually what messed it up initially, Jim, was the motorcycle mount that I used. I didn't know that, I thought it was just going to be fine, but I think it just vibrated. It vibrated to death. I didn't know, Jim, that it was going to, it had to have some kind of like anti-vibration stuff on it. I had no idea. I just thought, oh, okay, it's cool. It'll just go on there. But apparently no. Apparently I was wrong. And I should have taken more care when doing that. Let's see. Trying to make sure that that's going to be good. I think it's good right there. Okay. I'm going to get one set up. And then I will try and measure it. And see where it's at. Around about where it's at. Again, this does not need to be laser accurate. These are literally just to hold the seat pan on, and they're going to be covered up by the actual seat pan anyways, so put a little more ester on there to make sure it's all cleaned up. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, let me fix this. Trying to make it as flat on the top as possible while keeping it at like a 90 and having it center in this tube as best I can. Alright. Okay. I am going to have to do that on my next camera though, or my next phone, is put the welding lens on it, because I think that definitely messed this one up a little bit, along with the insane vibrations that I put it through. I rode it for like hundreds of miles like that. I had no idea that I was messing it up. Let me grab my little stool, turn on the welder, and we'll be good to go. You're welcome, Floki's Angels. What's going on here? Just stumbled in. Zach Hill, just working on the GY6 scooter. Just doing a little welding on it. And just gonna weld on some bungs real quick for the seat pan support. Zach just made the bungs the last couple of lives for this little scooter seat pan. And so I'm gonna just do a little quick welding here and weld these little bungs on. And should be good to go. Might actually have to just sit on the floor for this one. Ooh, knee pop. A lot of people don't know this, but Cheech Marin stole Gizmo's lead role in Born in East LA. Exactly. Gizmo was supposed to have that role, guys. There was actually a issue with the talent agency at the time with the booking, and Cheech actually got the role. Gizmo was really mad about it. He was really upset. Kind of lost himself during that time in his life. But with enough therapy, enough Pilates, we got him back. Amy says, you know, Fang, you seem like a real humble and nice guy. It's much appreciated. Thank you, Amy, for the kind words. I do try and be as humble as I possibly can. while at the same time being incredibly talented. So it is a hard thing to balance, Amy, but I try my best to do such a thing. But I appreciate the kind words. I'm just kidding, of course. I am not very good at anything. I just like to have fun. Opie the Animal, the Gutter Punk King. Badass. Thank you, Opie. I'm glad you're here, Opie. Hopefully you'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 when we're back live again. Put the welding helmet on the camera. All right, I'll do it. Let's see if it'll work, guys. I don't know if this, I only have one other welding helmet, and it is not the best one. We'll see if it works. I don't think it's gonna work. This is the one that is pretty fickle. I think it won't work because the lights are on. Oh well. I only have one welding helmet, so I'll have to put it on my own eyeballs. All right, we're gonna turn on the welder and get to quote unquote welding. To protect your eye, you guys better close your eyes right now or else you're gonna go blind. You're really gonna go blind. So protect your eyes, guys. Make sure you squint. If you have a welding helmet, make sure you put it on right now. If you don't have a welding helmet, then just shield your eyes and hope for the best. And if your eyes do begin to bleed, just simply use like a cotton ball or a wadded up paper towel, something like that, to stop the bleeding. If the eyeballs do not stop bleeding, then feel free to just call out for help. Maybe call out for your neighbor, see if they can come help. Maybe the ice cream man is going on his way home. Call him for help. Heck, I mean, if there's a DoorDash driver, flag him down and tell him to call for help. He's probably busy delivering food, so you don't really want to bother him, you know. He's probably right in the middle of an order, but if your eyes weren't bleeding, then I'm sure you could be able to see that. But yeah, I don't know if this is good for you guys to watch, because I am going to be welding. So, and I don't have an extra welding helmet to put on the camera. To make sure this gas is flowing good. Okay, let's see if we can do this without messing it up entirely. Okay, I messed up just a little bit so far, not bad. Okay, it's doing what it should have been, what it should be doing. It's holding. It's not trying to fall off there. Okay. Let me scooch over here. Try not to give myself a Charlie horse and start screaming. I do have this. My knee will go out of the socket sometimes. So if that happens and I start writhing around in pain, screaming, that is what's going on, guys. For now, I'm going to try and weld this up on this other side and try and do the downward squatting TIG position. If you guys are following along in your Fang's Garage Yoga workbook, the position that we're going to be doing right now, the downward squatting puddle dipper. That's what we call when we dip the tungsten into the weld puddle like you're supposed to not do. That is the tradition here at Fang's Garage. And if you're following along and also doing some welding on your 2008 Lance Milan GY6 Mad Max scooter, then feel free to just go ahead and do what I just did and make the classic mistake of dipping the tungsten right into the weld puddle. It's okay. We're still learning. It's fine. No big deal, guys. It can be fixed, and even if not, who cares? Just do your best and try not to be too hard on yourself when you mess up on this part, because there's no doubt in my mind. If you're anything like me, you will have messed it up already. This is incredibly hard to do. I'm gonna have to do some sort of a Jean-Claude Van Damme squat pose, squat split, in order to do this. I'm gonna call it the Jean-Claude crab claw, like this. All right, I'll have to kind of do these splits while operating the foot pedal. If I had the foot pedal on the wall, it would be perfect, but I don't have the wall mount yet. I'll have to make that later on. For now, because I'm trying to put my foot down like this, I have to have the foot pedal like right here. Like the most insane drum foot pedal setup you've ever seen. This is like the most cramped drum set that you've ever tried to play. This is called the corner drums. You play these drums exclusively in the corner when you're in trouble and you're in timeout. They say, play those corner drums right now. Oh, great. Courtney doesn't like it. Courtney does not like the idea of the corner drum set. She wants to be wild and free, like the wild spirit that she is, guys. That is, of course, she got that attitude when she started working at Snapple, writing those Snapple facts. And they said, you're really getting sassy with these Snapple facts, Courtney. And she said, I know. Snapple, I am the voice of Snapple. And I have a voice that needs to be heard. And her voice was heard, guys. Loud and clear. And her voice was saying, I've been drinking a little bit too much maple syrup tonight. Just letting this weld clear up real quick, or I think cool down real quick. I want to get one side completely welded on so that I can use it to measure the other side. I have to take this seat pan off. Okay. So far so good. Usually by now I would have been like really stressing out about messing up the project real hard and trying to kind of explain why it was contaminated or something like this. But it seems to be working out good. I'm actually thinking, instead of taking out the seat pan, I'm actually going to line this other one up and get this thing freaking tacked it up. I'm going to tack it up. I'm about to tag it up. I like the way it worked there. I'm about to tack it up. I'm going to tack it up, guys. And by tack welding, I mean I'm just going to put a teeny tiny little tic-tac weld on there. And that way I'll just hold it in place. In case you guys are curious what I'm smoking, I am smoking flavorless 55 milligram nicotine. No flavor. No sugar, no flavor. Although I don't condone it and I don't recommend it. Actually, I like the effects of nicotine, but I don't like having to depend on it so much, so I do not condone it. If you're following along, don't use your vape. Put it down. It's probably not a good idea. Just freaking put it down for now. Wait till we're done. You can wait. I can't. But you can. I believe in you. I don't believe in me yet. At least not when it comes to quitting the vape. But I believe that this is close enough to being good enough. This does not need to be, again, surgically precise, although I will be possibly performing surgery while riding this scooter. It is one of the challenges that I'll be doing on one of the upcoming videos when we're done with this. I would like to actually take this thing to maybe a motorcycle event or something, just to freaking show it off a little bit. Maybe enter in a scooter competition for world's coolest scooter, or world's slowest scooter, because I have added an additional 700 pounds of steel to it with all these modifications. All right. Sorry guys, I will read your comments in just a minute when I'm done with the scooter. When I'm completely done fabricating this scooter from head to toe. That'll take about 7 years. I just plugged in my phone, so hopefully it's not going to die. It does have a 2-hour battery life, so it charges approximately 1% per hour. Got a slow charger feature on it. They installed that from the factory. Okay, let me see if I can maybe get in a little bit of a better position here. Let's see, let's try this. Go on here. How about this? We'll go here. Alright, try. Should be able to do that. Okay. We're getting it. We're making progress. I am worming my way across the garage floor, and it will get done. Okay. Let's do it. Knocked over my last remaining bottle of acetone. Perfect. All right. Make sure if you're following along that you put your welding torch the right way. Don't hold it backwards like I just did. That was just a test. Make sure you guys were paying attention. I'm glad you were. You passed with flying colors. I knew you could do it. Okay. Let me try and do this one more time. Right here is a little bit far away, I think. Okay. So I got it pretty much tacked up. Again, I don't know if it's completely straight, but if it's not, I don't really care. Not a big deal. It looks like it's pretty darn close. And it's close enough. Again, these two bolts will not be visible. They will be completely invisible sitting underneath the seat. And if anyone wants to bust out a ruler when I'm done and measure it, by all means, go ahead. That's fine. You can measure it. I don't know what the measurement is supposed to be. I don't know what the correct measurement is supposed to be. If it's like 10 inches across, I have no idea. But I'm going to blame it on the artistic part of the project, right? It's because it's artistic that it's not even. See? It works out perfectly. Exactly, Lizard King. Gotta protect my one good eye. Dustin McManamy says, hi, what's going on, Dustin? How do I get a cylinder-shaped object out of a M&M tube? A cylinder-shaped object out of a M&M tube. I would say you're probably going to have to heat it up to a couple hundred degrees and melt it out. Easiest way to do it, I think. Cold enough for you yet, buddy? Moses, how you doing, buddy? Big Mo is here, guys. Big Mo from the H-Town. How you doing, Mo? I mentioned yesterday. I was like, I think Mo is going to be here. Is there any mods to the scooter? Just the little luggage thing that I made, a little jerry can. So Tom Hardy said the reason he won't do another Mad Max is because the storyline does not match with Fury Road. Retro Mothman, I like that information that you're giving me. I don't like that that fact, because Tom Hardy was pretty cool in the Mad Max movies, but I don't know. I like that little factoid you got there. I like the username too, or your YouTube name. I like that. Retro Mothman. What's going on, Jim? WD50. Yes, Moses. Enjoying the cold weather. It is negative 40 degrees right now. The temperature does shift wildly out here in the Death Valley Fangs Garage location, guys. I mean, 1 minute it's over 100, the next minute it's below 40. It's really hard to predict, guys. I'm gonna go into ASMR mode. I'm realizing that it's pretty late, so I'm gonna tone it down a bit. I should have probably realized it was pretty late a long time ago, but I was just locked in. I was really locked in on eating a bunch of Ritz crackers when I got done with this. I thought, man, I'm going to eat a handful. I'm going to get a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers and I'm just going to sit there and eat the whole thing. I really don't care. I'm going to sit there and eat the whole thing of Ritz crackers and nobody's going to stop me. And guess what? No one will know. They'll just assume that everyone else ate it. And I'll say, nope, I ate that whole sleeve by myself. Just demolished it. I sat there, I watched Impractical Jokers, and I just freaking ate a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers at 1 a.m. That's what I'm doing. You talk about how living a healthy life? I don't think so. I'm just going to eat these Ritz crackers. I need to. All right? I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. That's what I do instead. I'll just go eat a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers at 1 a.m. I'll just go directly to sleep. I'll just go hibernate. I'll go crawl right into bed. I'll put on my pajamas, go crawl right into bed, and I'll just I'll sleep like a rock. I'll close my eyes, I'll fall asleep within 4 seconds. After I eat that whole sleeve of Ritz crackers. I love it. I freaking love to sit there and just eat just 3 or 4. Oh my God. Look at Courtney trying to show off tonight. Trying to show off her real look. Sorry guys. She's probably not too happy that I did that. Oh, oops. There we go. She's being a little goofball tonight. Oh, there. Okay. Perfect. Being quite the goofy gal tonight. Actually, it'd probably be easier if I just hung her up like a... Oh, I'll put it right here for now. Having a bourbon cigar. Wow, that sounds delicious, Moses. I have WD-50 and WD-40. Nice, Jim. It's 1:42 here in H-Town. Is this Silence of the Lambs? But why 9918? You know what? But why 9918? I have a question for you, and it is about your comment, and I would like to know why you said that. I would really like to know. I was saying, you know what? Maybe it's because of the mask. Maybe it's because of me.
Looking for an easier way to create voiceover audio?
Why would
Natural Reader AI
why would he say
voice
that?
generators
And they
is
can't
way to
figure it
create
out.
high-quality voiceover
So if
audio
you could
for
explain it
YouTube.
to me, that'd be
Did
great.
you know the sun is over 1.3 million times bigger than Earth? That's like fitting a million Earths inside the sun.
Hold that thought.
With strength that never
Just hold it real quick. But why?
This is more than just a truck.
Now, dear, settle in.
I just want to know if you could explain it. That'd be great. Is it because of the mask? Is it because of me? But why? Is it because of the little dog that I got recently that is going to be on the upcoming video? It's going to hopefully come out this Friday. I don't know. You tell me, but why? Maybe you could explain it. It'd be great. If not, that's fine. You don't have to. But if you do feel like explaining it and you say tomorrow, you know what? I actually do want to explain it now. You could feel free to come back and just leave a comment in the chat tomorrow when I'm live again at 9:30 Pacific. Fang's Garage Live. But if you want to tell us now, you can. I'm guessing it's because of the mask. It's understandable. I get it. You don't have to say, but why? Because I'll explain. The reason why is because she is one of the co-hosts here at Fang's Garage, along with Gizmo and Tom and Anthony and Cynthia and Dwayne. I'm sure you guys know Dwayne. He's one of the guys that shows up from time to time. I'm actually gonna quickly take this off. Take off the seat pan real quick. Let's see. Butt wipe. Reminds me of that I Feel Fantastic video crunk alert. I'm gonna have to check that out. That is Cripe. I just stopped to check out the bike. Thank you, but why? Jim just spaced out again. But why? We are making some progress. I am knocking over the acetone as usual, and I have just somewhat welded on these two bungs. And I basically I'm gonna take the seat pan off so I can fully weld it, and then I will drill some holes in it where the bungs are at, and then I will be able to put 2 bolts in there. Then I can essentially draw on here the shape that I want this to be and trim it out how I need it to be. Maybe trim out the corners here. And then basically then I will make the seat pan, start working on that, and then I can make the handlebars and then the floorboards and then the other side storage, brake light, sissy bar, and then I think that's it. Headlight, fairing, miscellaneous tools, miscellaneous rusty bits, miscellaneous perforated metal, miscellaneous diamond plate material, things like that. I don't know why I just decided to turn into Dwight for a moment there when I was listing that stuff off, but I just felt like it was relevant to list it like that. Okay, put this over here. We're making progress. I think she favors Courtney Love. I think you're right, Amy. Courtney Love lost her head years ago. Exactly, but why? I agree, Joseph. I hope so. Joseph Rickson. I'm glad you're here, Joseph. Is that a modified Harley or a kit bike? So the one right here is a GY6 scooter. And this one right here is a Ultima chopper. This was like originally a big wheel, big rear tire, like 300 tire or 280 tire maybe, rear Harley. So I put it down to the frame is a 180 tire. Now it's a lot smaller. Yes, exactly. Moses has it right. It is actually Halle Berry, guys. I had to pay a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, to get Halle to come down here and hang out at Fang's Garage while we work on the projects and wear that mask. But you know what? 90% of our marketing budget goes to that. It goes to Halle Berry wearing the Courtney Love mask every time we go live. And guys, it's totally worth it. I mean, it really is. When you think about it from a marketing perspective, it really is worth it. I mean, we pay her $4,000 per episode to come out here and film. Usually we film in the downtown New York Fang's Garage location. So it is $4,000. But unfortunately, since we're in the Death Valley location, we did have to pay her $6,000 to come out here and film for Fang's Garage. But again, guys, when you really boil it down, from a marketing perspective, it is totally worth it. I mean, we're talking, this is Halle Berry here, guys. And just to get the marketing rights for Courtney Love's mask, I mean, that costs us $10,000 monthly. So, I mean, we're really, people think we're hemorrhaging money, but we're not. It's totally feasible. It's totally viable. It's totally a good marketing and business strategy when you really think about it for long enough. We had to think about it for about 14 years before we decided, let's do it. Let's open up Fang's Garage. And we finally have everything exactly where we need it to be in the garage. We actually set up the garage for 14 years, put this, all the cameras, the lights, the production crew, everything. We assembled it all from scratch, guys. And I mean, the quality speaks for itself. Courtney can attest. I would say, well, I mean, she likes to still be called Courtney because she is in character. I almost called her Halle. But Halle knows. If you think she doesn't know, you're wrong. She knows. Okay. Let me just unplug these things real quick. Oops. The microphone just stuck. So then, there we go. Stuck where she can. Stealth mode activated. Oh, right when I said that, freaking watch decided to fall off. Literally, as I said, stealth mode activated. My phone, my watch was like, nope. Stealth mode unactivate. This should be much easier to weld now. Alright. Gizmo is, of course, chiming me on the pager, telling me that he wants some waffles. Yeah. Hardtail looks like a rough ride, exactly, but why? It is going to be very rough. I'm hoping it will be. It's the bass player for Five Finger Death Punch. You're exactly right, Mr. Peanut. If you guys aren't aware, I am the bass player of Five Finger Death Punch. I'll be out on tour this year, guys. We're going to be in Tampa Bay, Florida, March 16th. We'll be in Delta, Louisiana on April 7th. And we're going to be in Houston, Texas, coming up here on October 42nd, 2026. Guys, get your tickets, Ticketmaster.com, or go directly to our website and avoid the fees, guys. I know Ticketmaster right now is killing it with the fees, so... yeah, you know what? Don't get her started is right, Amy. She does not say much, but when you get her going, she won't stop. Amy knows exactly how much Courtney can talk off someone's ear. I'm gonna get the welder going again, guys. Cover your eyes unless you want to watch something possibly normal happen, like some welding. I would say catastrophic, but I'm hoping nothing catastrophic happens. Okay. I should be able to load this up. All in one shot, somewhat. This might not be the best as far as your point of view, but there's not a really great place to put the camera over here where you will be able to see it, so I'm going to leave it there and try and just get this thing all finished up. Shouldn't take too long, probably 10-20 hours. I weld very slow, guys. I really like to take my time. That's what I do best. Take my time.
We're not afraid. Our list got them all. Sora 2 is now on our list. You now have the most advanced AI video model on the market at your fingertips. Get incredible realism with integrated sound.
Oops. Little malfunction on my welding hood there. Now I can see a little spot of light. And Blinded by the Light song just came on. Blinded by the light.
You're busy today, Ashley. You? I've got some meetings in the morning. Well,
It's the kind of place where once in a lifetime happens.
If you guys are following along and you are also welding your scooter and you have been blinded by the light, go ahead and blink a few times and hopefully your vision will reset. Hopefully. Let's see, maybe I need this tool. Get the fog out of here. Okay, we're making progress. Oops. Dipped it a little bit. That's okay. I don't want to get up off this chair because when I do, it's going to spring up and it's super loud, and that's why I don't like to use this little stool unless it's like locked in place. Which I guess I could lock it in place like this. I don't know where the little thing is at though. Vice grip that I was using to lock it in place. Not handy. It's okay. I'm already almost done. Like about 75% there. Just going to, let's see, go over this part a little bit more. Oh gosh. You didn't see that, did you? Okay, almost done. This side is pretty much done, with the exception of this little spot right here. Maybe one more spot right there. Not the best welds, but not the worst. No, I've definitely done much worse than this, I can tell you that much. Okay, I think there's just two more spots on this side and then it's done. Let me try and get this side first without burning my shirt or something. This bung right in front of me is piping hot. Okay, smelling some sort of burning paint. It's very sweet, and it's burning my lungs.
Life is more legal than you Legos in, Mr. Whether it's
Sorry guys, I realize that the music has stopped, I think.
starting a wheel in the truck,
Give me a second here. I'm 98% done.
or talking to an attorney to make sure it's done right.
I'm a legal work attorney. I can't
When you need a legal help, turn to LegalZoom.
Oops, till the rod got a little stuck on there. Yes. Okay. This will definitely hold. This is probably stronger than the frame. I'm trying to quietly get up off this chair. Alright, one more little tiny weld and that's it. It's done. Okay. Not too bad. What is wrong? Okay. I mean, I think it was pretty freaking solid. I would trust it with sitting my butt on it, which is all it is for. Feeling some sort of lightheadedness, probably from some sort of paint fumes. That's okay. If you're following along, breathe in, breathe out. Try and get some fresh air. Can't believe you finally got the handlebars on. Moses says Moses. See you later, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Sorry. To answer your question, but why? 9918. The reason why the name Fang, obviously, the piercings. My buddy's mom, who passed away, one day she just started calling me Fang. And I walked into my buddy's house and she said, "Hey, Fang." And I said, "What?" She said, "Hey, Fang." I said, "Oh, hey." She said, "That's your new name, Fang." I said, "Okay." And that's it. Hence, the name Fang was born. Now, the question still exists of whether or not Fang always existed. That is up for debate. Scholars have not been able to agree fully whether or not Fang has always existed or if he was simply a figment of someone's imagination. But we have yet to find out. We will hopefully find out at some point soon. Can't believe you finally got the handlebars on, says Moses. Moses, they are just the stock ones on there. It's just to test it out. Or not test it, just to move it around. Because I was tired of dealing with it all freaking taken apart and whatnot. Let's see. But why says I'm an insomniac myself. I'm right there with you. But why? Not so much an insomniac, but I sleep about sometimes 4 hours a night. Sometimes 5. hopefully 5. But yeah, I usually scream in my sleep a lot. But why? I have a lot of night terrors. Doing a little bit of shimmying and shaking around the welder here. Yeah, a lot of night terrors, things like that. Jim says I'm supposed to get a shower, but I'm here instead. Well, Jim, I gotta say, it was a good selection. You know what you could get, Jim? One of those shower phone things. You put your phone in there. I do that for listening to music or podcasts and such. And they do work, surprisingly. I think I got one for $5 on Amazon or something. I was like, I wonder if this thing really works. Totally works. I've been using it for like a year. That thing totally doesn't get your phone wet. And you could be just absorbing information while using Dr. Squatch soap. While just using Dr. Squatch pine tar, you could be learning all the facts about Gizmo and his side business of selling cabbage roadside. He says that it is organic, homegrown cabbage, no GMOs, but he actually goes down to Albertsons and just buys them and then takes them out of the wrapper and sprinkles a bunch of dirt on them. And then he says that they're organic, and they're not. They're not non-GMO, they're full of GMOs. He actually adds GMOs to it somehow.
Meat Base 44, a complete AI.
Gizmo was actually caught adding MSG to cabbage and stuff like that he was trying to sell on the side of the road. They said, why are you adding MSG? And he said, it's because it'll make them eat more of it. And they said, you know that myth has been debunked, right? About the MSG? And he said, what? But yeah, he still tried to do it. Still try to add MSG to it. He's trying to add different little popcorn seasonings to it. He of course still had those from his leftover kettle corn business that he was running at the fairgrounds, just selling kettle corn night and day. Gizmo was out there just stirring that gigantic cauldron of kettle corn out there just every night at the fair, and he's getting really tired from it. It was great exercise, don't get me wrong. His upper body, his back, like his upper back right here, all the muscles right here, great condition, because he was just churning this kettle corn, this huge vat of kettle corn every single night. And he'd come home just sweating and just covered in grease and just sugar and butter. And I said, Gizmo, you gotta get another career, man. You can't be out here just roasting this kettle corn every night. This is crazy. You come home, you're worn out, you're stressed out, you're really tired, you're real crabby. And he just said, you know what? I am really passionate about kettle corn. I have to do this. It's my calling. It's my life. What am I without kettle corn? He said, what's the kettle without the corn? I said, Gizmo, come on. Is it really that serious? He said, I want to do this. And by then he had already invested like 60 grand into the business. I mean, the kettle corn cauldron that he had to use, he picked up from kettlecorncauldrons.com, and I mean, it was expensive, guys. It was not a cheap thing. But yeah, overall, basically, he just took those popcorn seasonings and he was seasoning it, and I mean, it was delish, guys. Your name, Fang, has been around forever. Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad it has been around for everything you could ever imagine. Every good project, hopefully. I hope it's been around for every completed project. Let me move this motorcycle back in here and move these drill bits out of the way. So basically, right now, the next thing that we'll have to do is drill this seat pan out, so then it can be bolted to the bungs. But since it is already past midnight, I don't want to be that kind of a neighbor and be all disruptive. Looks like you cleaned up your garage some, says Moses. I did a little bit, Moses. Tried to clean it up just a bit. Did some cleaning yesterday so that we can get to the lathe today and make the bungs. Let me show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to whisper now. Trying to clean these welds off a little bit so you guys can give me a little critique. I think it looks okay-ish. Good enough for my standards. Gizmo window. Put them right here.
It is fire. It sounds terrific.
It works flawlessly. I mean,
All right, let me show you guys what it looks like.
Hey, this is incredible!
These are the two bungs that are welded on there. The welds don't look horrible. They don't look the best, but they don't look super horrible. Let me turn on the flash. Looks okay. So basically, on the next live, because I don't want to use the power tools right now, I'm going to put that C-pan back on here, and then I'll line up these holes, drill out the C-pan, and then bolt it in right here. I'm using a couple M6 bolts. Just like that, and this will put the seat pan on. Crap. What's going on, Jafar? Alright guys, so my microphone, or my phone is about to die. I gotta let my phone charge up, so that means my mic won't be working for the next I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. I'm gonna just hang the phone up right here as I clean up some of this stuff. So unfortunately, you won't be able to hear me talk. So just bear with me. What's going on, Jafar? 2:17. It's pretty late, Jim. Time's up late. Keeping it weird at Fang's garage. Let me finish cleaning this stuff up real quick, guys. Can't talk in the comments on my laptop. Maybe it's because it's I'm streaming from my phone and it's vertical streaming. My flash is on. Sorry guys, my phone is charging, so the mic is not on temporarily. Thank you, Aiden. Working on a chopper after I'm done with this one. I'm pretty close, about halfway done with this bike.
Welcome to the next generation of website creation. Wix Harmony. Get the power of AI and the freedom of drag and drop to turn your words into a website with purpose and a brand that's entirely yours to shape. Work alongside Aria, your personal AI agent. Ask for anything from pages to sections, and there it is. Then, flow naturally between instant generation and pixel-level control. Or, just grab what you need and drop it into place. Your canvas adapts to your every action, so you never break focus. Turn prompts into unique visuals. Tweak them instantly. Expand. Push it further. And let it set your whole vibe. Align your voice with the style you're going for. And craft a brand identity that's all yours. Generate advanced interactive elements to bring the world into your site and your business into your all on secure infrastructure.
Congrats, Joey.
Scale as your
You're the first one of the live stream to say that comment. Somebody says it every single live stream, but you were actually the first one, Joey. I'm surprised it took this long. But congrats. Yes, Lisa, sorry, my phone is charging, so is my mic. Let me see if my phone is charging up. It's only at 5%, Lisa. Give it a few more minutes, then I'll plug the mic back in. But watch out. Courtney is pissed that I did not charge my phone fully. Sorry guys, hopefully the mic is working now. I had to charge my phone. What's going on, Lucy? Mic check. Is the mic working, Moses? Milo, glad to see you're still here. Element 0145, there would be no motorcycles or tools if he did crack or meth. Exactly, Element. It's nothing but legitimately, in my mind, all things that I'm using to just literally build motorcycles. It's the smallest motorcycle shop in northern Antarctica. Kelly Harris says, oh, he's just building it. Yes, exactly, Kelly. I welded this gas tank up. This is the first gas tank that I've attempted to make on my own. This frame I did not make. This is a prefabricated frame that I am modifying to make work with all this stuff that I'm trying to do with it. But yeah, I made these handlebars, the gas tank. I'll be making the oil tank soon enough, hopefully, Kelly. Thank you for letting me know the mic is working, Kelly. But yeah, I'll be working on this motorcycle hopefully sometime soon. For now, I am working on this GY6 scooter, which is essentially like a Vespa scooter, like a little Vespa clone almost.
Save time
One of the newer Chinese ones.
Change the way you record
And
voiceovers.
yeah, once I'm done with the scooter, then I'll be working on this chopper right here. The Ultima. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Ultima 127 chopper. The one that I just slammed into the wall. Floki's Angel says,
You don't sound like a villain space ring. No one believes you're.
Loki's Angels says, just sad how people can't have hobbies that require a lot of parts and work without being called a tweaker these days. I know I don't need a drug to be motivated. Exactly, Loki's Angels. I freaking stick to caffeine and nicotine, and that's good enough for me. But I get it. People are just shocked by the amount of stuff that I have packed into such a small space. But I started off liking Japanese culture, Japanese motorcycles, Japanese stuff. And if you look at a Japanese motorcycle shop, it's probably a lot more organized than this, but it is a lot of stuff all packed away Tetris style. And that's kind of what I do. I am, after all, fully Japanese. Thank you, Moses, for the 100. Thank you, Moses. H-Town in the house. Moses is here supporting Fang's Garage. Of course, Moses is one of the OG MVPs, along with Milo, Floki's Angels. Freaking, where's Dubsack at? Dubsack's here. That's all right, Joey, if you're still here. It's all right. I get it. Everybody says it. They say, what in the world is going on? I say, it's okay. It's all right, Joey. Don't worry. It's just Fang's Garage. We're just working on motorcycles and scooters and making Santa costumes. And we show fighting jellyfish from time to time. And sometimes we have people stop by, Joey. Sometimes people stop by, Joey. And you know what? It's a little bit jarring, okay? Gizmo knows, right? Gizmo knows exactly how jarring it can be, Joey. And Gizmo understands. And him, most of all, he knows what it's like to be just looked at a glance. And people will just stare and they gawk and they say, what is that? And they want to take pictures. And do we stop and take pictures with people? Of course. It's Fang's Garage. We're here for the fans, all right? We're here to take pictures. We're here to pose. We're here to sign autographs, and it's all good. But you know what? Lens crafters, if you're watching, reach out. We want to do a collab. We want to do some kind of funny commercial, and we'll do it with contact lenses. transition lenses, you got it. We'll do the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. If you guys have a single monocle Ray-Ban Meta glass, we'll try it. It's okay, Joey. It's understandable. Yeah, I know. Where is Your Majesty? I haven't seen Your Majesty in a bit, too. What's going on, Lang? How you doing, Lang? I'm glad you're here. Lang is, of course, a big-time supporter of Fang's Garage, and we are a big-time supporter of Lang. It's going to be called, it should be called Lang's Garage, if we're being quite frank. All right, guys, I'm going into... Exactly, Moses is the boss, guys. Lens, not singular, not plural in this case. Exactly. I'll go with a lens crafter. Single lens. Coffee tank. I need to hang this thing up. Have them make you the monocle of majesty. You know what? That sounds pretty royal to me. Loki's angels. I like the sound of that. Monocle of majesty. I like the sound of that. Sounds very proper. Sounds very esteemed. As possible. And now attempt to quietly bring this office chair into the garage without making a single sound. Are you guys ready? Be as quiet as possible. I'm actually going to pause the music just so you guys can see how quiet I can be. Let me pause it. Okay, there we go. Stealth mode activated.
Sora 2 is now on Artlist.
And you're still here? Go to artlist.io.
You now have the most advanced AI video model on the market at your fingertips.
gosh, are you kidding me? The light is, the chain for the light is stuck on the chair. And the chair is on my head. So I'm literally stuck with this stupid office chair on my head right now. I cannot get it off without breaking the light chain. What the heck? This is the... What? Okay, I got it. Okay. The game of quietly put away the office chairs now officially ended. I give myself a C. I got a C plus, I think. Okay. The only reason I didn't get a B is because Gizmo got knocked over. Well, guys, tomorrow we will be working on the scooter again, hopefully. King Numner is here, guys. There were no signs. And Jim says he is back, guys. He's back for more at Fang's garage. Let me get this thing pulled down. Get this plugged in real quick. The other cord. 1 second, guys. Do a little transfer. Guys, Tom is ready to go have a snack. He actually got a pack of Uncrustables. He said he was gonna dig in tonight when we're done with the live. Looks like we've come to the end. Exactly, Moses. Another good night for the books. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, exactly. Floki's Angels. I have to wake up extra early tomorrow. Actually, I tried to keep it a short one tonight, of course, but it turned out to be a schlong one tonight, and that is okay. Got a decent amount done, and yeah, guys, we'll be live again tomorrow night at around 9:30, hopefully. I'm not sure. We'll see how things go tomorrow. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks, Moses, for the 100. Thanks, Mo. Mo Stabbin. Hey, can I speak to Amanda Hug and Kiss? Hey, Milo. Hopefully, you'll see you on the next one, Milo. Lucy, love the stream. See you tomorrow night, Lucy. We'll be back at 9:30. And see you later, Lisa, Milo, Floki's Angels. We'll see you guys. Moses, take care. And we'll see you guys in the bushes. We have to go clock in at the toothpick factory tonight, guys. It's going to be a long shift. We got an all-nighter, and I got a lot of toothpick to grind.